This vehicle has a marginal tie rod end that allows rolling toe change. It shows movement but still has spring tension. It is not worn out or unsafe to the point of needing replacement. This marginal tie rod end is an ideal candidate for restoration with a NewTek system. Do not attempt to inject tie rod ends that are worn out or have no spring tension. Any joint that will not take grease, that is bent, cracked, or that is mounted in rubber must be replaced. A tie rod end that cannot be compressed when tested will not allow any rolling toe change and therefore does not require a restoration. Inject all joints with the vehicle at its normal ride height. An alignment rack is an ideal place to use the NewTek system. It allows you to inspect the parts and properly position the vehicle for injections. It is important that you wear eye protection whenever you use the NewTek system. In order to be restored, the tie rod end must take grease. Inspect the joint carefully for cracks and make sure that it is not bent. Remove the grease fitting and check the depth of the joint to ensure clearance for the adapter. Install the adapter that allows the injection tool to be upright during the injection process. If multiple injections are to be made, install all adapters before proceeding. For light-duty tie rod ends, use the injection tool barrel that is loaded with TA63 polymer. Connect the safety strap and the air hose. You are now ready to apply heat and inject the polymer. You have two methods of heating the tool. The propane torch is the easiest and fastest method for heating. Begin by heating the adapter. Direct the flame at the adapter where it threads into the tie rod end. Heat two sides of the adapter. It is not necessary to heat small tie rod ends, only the adapter. But be sure to include the threaded stem of the adapter going into the joint. Check the adapter with the temperature stick. When the stick melts, the adapter is at 400 degrees. Then heat the barrel above the heat rings on two sides. Maintain 400 degrees on the adapter by applying heat as needed. After about 1 minute, when the temperature stick melts on two sides of the barrel, the polymer is molten and ready for injection. If the temperature stick smokes excessively, the barrel is too hot. Wait a few seconds for it to cool to proper melt temperature, then proceed. Lightly hold the torch tip against the indicator pin as you press the air trigger. Remove the tip and watch the pin go up and stop. Release the air trigger, wait 10 seconds. Then press the air trigger again. If the pin moves, the joint was not full. Hold the pressure until it stops, then repeat the process. As the leading edge of the polymer cools in the joint, it hardens and stops the flow of the polymer into the tie rod end. The indicator pin will move up approximately 1/4 to 1/2 inch when you inject a tie rod end of this size and type. When the part is full, disconnect the air hose and press the air trigger to release the pressure in the canister. Release the safety strap. Unscrew the hot barrel from the adapter and go on to the next joint. Repeat the procedure. Heat the adapter, then the barrel. It will take less time to heat the barrel since it's still hot from the previous injection. When the joint is cooled, check your work. If there is no movement, the joint is properly restored. However, if there is movement, proceed with the re-injection procedure outlined in the manual. Remove the adapter and drill through the polymer, being careful not to damage the thread. Replace the grease fitting and grease the joint. The tie rod end may not take as much grease as before, and it may require more pressure to grease it. If the joint does not take grease at this time, it will at the next regular service interval. The vehicle is now ready for a true performance alignment. You must use the electric heating element if oil or other flammable liquids make it undesirable or hazardous to use the open flame torch. The heating element requires more time, but you can use it satisfactorily on small parts such as tie rod ends, ball joints, and most idler arms. Position the heating coil against the part to be injected until the adapter is hot enough to melt the temperature stick. Make sure the barrel is 400 degrees. Unplug the electric element and continue with the injection. After each use, clean the adapter. Hold the adapter with pliers and heat it until the polymer softens. Insert the pick into a small opening of the adapter and pick out the polymer from the other side. The adapter is clean and ready for use again.